Hello, scholars. Really wish I could be there today. I'm really sad I am not. But I will be back with you on Monday. Um, I am hanging out with my new friend, my son Theodore. This is Theo. Hopefully, someday you'll get to meet him this year. But without further ado, let's jump right into our lesson. So, next Tuesday, you're going to have a unit test. So that covers every single thing that we have studied so far this year. So that's a lot of stuff. So it's the biggest test that you have taken for social studies for a grade. Okay, so it's important that you take it seriously. It's important that you study the entire weekend and on Monday night. Okay, do not wait till Monday night to start studying. The packet that you have in front of you is golden, right? Because everything that is on your test is covered inside of this packet. Okay, so if you study this packet, you will do much better on the test. And do not just throw it away like you might some other packets. This is really important. So starting with our do now. So on your test, you will have the 7 continents, 5 oceans. So let's go over those. So let's start with our continents, and you can use the hand gestures that we have learned in class, right? So North America is your left hand. Why? Because it's in the top left or northwest part of the map, North America. South America. Europe, remember, is your nose. South America is your left knee. Africa. I forgot Africa. Africa is around your waistband. Asia, Australia, and Antarctica too. So remember, Asia is your right hand, Australia is your right knee, and you touch both of your feet for Antarctica. Onto the oceans. So to the east of us in the North America, we have the Atlantic Ocean. To our west, we have the Pacific Ocean. Now remember, Pacific Ocean, because the Earth is round, is also over here. Okay, so same ocean. So you can label it either place. Southern Ocean is in the south. Indian Ocean is by India. And the Arctic Ocean is in the Arctic. Okay, I accidentally had 2 South Americas, so just disregard that. So, hi again, Theo. Oh, sorry. So if you need to press pause, please press pause at this time. I'm going to go forward, but if you don't know all your continents and oceans, you need to know it for your test. So press pause now if you don't have all these labeled and spelled correctly. Okay, so part 1 deals with parts of a map and directions. So you had a map of Brazil. Looks like this. The first thing you're supposed to do is label the map title and write it here. So the title is going to be right here, Brazil Natural Resources. At any point, if I'm going too fast, you just press pause. Then it asks you to label compass rose, key, and scale. So compass rose is right here where this N is. Compass roses will not always say north, east, south, and west. This one just says north, because if you know where north is, you'll be able to input east, south, and west. Okay, so there's your compass rose. Your key is going to be at the bottom. You have a nice large key here. It doesn't say key, it doesn't say legend. Remember, legend is a synonym for key. However, this is wherever you see symbols, you know that's your key. Okay? And your scale. Your scale is going to measure distance, right? So I see that one of these black bars is 400 kilometers. So if I look from Paraguay, this point in Paraguay, look at my cursor, to this point in Paraguay, that is about the same distance as this black line. So I know in real life, this part of Paraguay to this part of Paraguay is about 400 kilometers. Okay. So what type of map is this? So it is a resource map. But first of all, it's a thematic map. So whenever we talk about thematic maps, so we have physical maps, we have political maps, and we have thematic maps. So whenever we're talking about thematic maps, we're going to break that down into different types of thematic maps. Climate and resource are the 2 that we've talked about in class. This is a resource map. I know because I look at the title. It says natural resources. Okay. I also see on the key lots of resources: iron, tobacco, rubber. This tells me it's a resource map. So I asked you, what are some natural resources found in southern Brazil? Okay. So if we look at southern Brazil, one second. If we look at southern Brazil, just getting this recording tool back where it's supposed to be. Never eat soggy waffles. Soggy is south. I'm going to look at those symbols so I can tell that these yellow triangles, that's going to be my coal. This dark purple, that's going to be lumbering and reforesting. That cow, well, that's cattle. So in the south, we have coal, lumber, and cattle. Those are our three biggest ones that I saw. I also saw some rice down here. I also saw tobacco, coffee, petroleum, corn, diamonds, and iron. You don't have to have all those, but as long as you have three of those, awesome job. Okay, now we're going to move to the west, western Brazil. Remember, never eat soggy waffles, so north, east, south, west. This is going to be the western part of Brazil. So I look at it and I see, what kind of symbols do I have? I had a blue star. So that blue star, I look to my key or my legend. I see right here that blue star is rubber. Okay. I also see these red and white circles. That red and white circle is the symbol for delicious Brazil nut. So those are your two biggest ones. As long as you have those, you're golden. You could have also had diamonds, cattle, and manganese. Okay. What direction is Bolivia from Peru? So it's key when you answer these questions, and there's going to be a bunch of them on your test, that you tell me that you look to see where you're starting from. So this is from Peru. So I have to start from Peru. Peru is right here. Starting from Peru, going to Bolivia, I see that Bolivia is to the east of Peru. Next one. What direction is Guyana from Paraguay? Guyana, oops, one second, fix that, is all the way in the northern part of the map right here. And it's asking me from Paraguay. So I'm starting from Paraguay. Paraguay is down here. So to get to Guyana, I would have to go north. Okay. What direction is Bolivia from Paraguay? Bolivia from Paraguay. North and west. What part of the map has a lot of coal? So I look for what the symbol is for coal. Remember, so there's three yellow triangles. I find those, and I see that those are primarily in the southern part of the map. What part has a lot of rubber? Well, I look for a symbol for rubber, and I remember that rubber is, my star's over it, that blue star. Blue star, never eat soggy waffles. The waffles is west, and so the western part of the map has a lot of rubber. Now here's the really tricky question, and if you got this right, awesome. This was a really tough question. So why do you think that there's a lot of rubber in Brazil? Well, the answer is there's a lot of rubber because this is where the Amazon rainforest is. So rubber comes from rubber trees. The rubber trees grow in the Amazon rainforest. Okay? So if you don't have all of your answers, please press pause and get all your answers. If you do, awesome blossom, please turn to the next page. Oh, before you do, hold on, stop. Go ahead and count how many questions you got right before we corrected them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 questions. So tell me how many? 6, 9, 11, 12. How many did you get right for the 12? Turn the page when you're done. Okay, part 2, reading a map. So again, we're going to label the following parts of the map: the compass rose, map title, key, and scale. So the map title, so here's the thing about map titles. They can be on top of the map, and they often are, but they also can be at the bottom, they also can be in the middle. So this one is right smack in the middle. The title is simply the name of the country, Canada. Okay? Compass rose. I couldn't find one. If you can find one, awesome blossom. I could not find one. Key, it says legend, so that tells me that I'm going to be looking, that's the key. Okay? Key is in there for legend. And the scale. Scale is right here. Okay? What type of map is this? So I look at this map and I think, what kind of map it is? Well, I know political maps show me countries, states, and their cities and their borders. Right? So I look at this map. Well, I know Canada is a country. Boom, country. And I see these like squares, these rectangle shapes, and I know that those in the United States are usually states, right? So again, that tells me it's probably a political map. And finally, it has dots on it with names of cities. Well, if it has countries, states, and cities, it's going to be a political map. Now, here's the tricky thing, though. Canada doesn't have states. They have provinces. Provinces are the same thing as a state. They're synonyms. Same thing, essentially, just different names for them. Okay? So this is a political map. How can I tell if a city is a national provincial capital? Well, I have to look at my key. For that, I'm going to zoom in real quick. It's still going to be a little blurry, but it's going to help. Okay, so I look here, and I look at my key, and I look at the symbols. So it asks me the difference between a national and provincial capital. Provincial is going to be this little circle that is empty. There's nothing inside of it. My national capital is going to be a circle with a dot inside of it. So that's the difference. The provincial capital is an empty circle. The national capital is a circle inside of another circle. Get it if you don't have it already. And then we have next question is going to ask us about the national capital. So again, a circle with a dot. I find the circle with a dot on the map. It's right here. It's Ottawa. Capital of Quebec. I'm going to find Quebec. I'm going to look for the symbol for provincial capital, which is a circle with nothing inside of it. I see that that is Quebec. Okay, directions for Saskatchewan from British Columbia. Start with Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan is going to be right here. And I'm going to Ontario. Ontario is going to be here. So, I'm sorry, I'm starting from Ontario. So that's always important, right? I almost made a mistake. From Ontario, that's going to be, sorry. Got my questions confused. What direction is Saskatchewan from British Columbia? So British Columbia is over here. So from British Columbia, Saskatchewan is east. What direction is Quebec? Sorry, one second. There we go. Is Quebec from Ontario? So from Ontario, I am going east. A line of latitude goes to the Yukon Northwest Territories and none of it. So I know latitude lines go round and round. Here's my line of latitude, the Arctic Circle. So how do I know which is bigger, a country or province? Well, I know country is bigger because provinces are like states. I also can look at this map. I see that provinces are inside of Canada. They're inside of a country. So therefore, I know provinces are going to be smaller, like states. Okay, turn the page. Hold on. Sorry. Again, freeze. Add up how many questions you got right. So let's count how many questions there are. Map title, 1. Key, 2. Scale, 3. Type of map, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So on this page we have 11. So at the bottom, just tell me how many you got right out of 11. 6, 8, 7, 11. Once you have all your answers on the page, part 3, types of maps and geographic features. So, again, I'm going to label the map title. Remember, the map title can be anywhere. For this one, it is going to be right here, where my cursor is, inside of a box that also has the scale. So I have 2 stars, 1 for the title and 1 for the scale. Okay. What type of map is this? So this is tricky, right? So I had to think to myself, is it a physical or political map? Well, I know a physical map shows me mountains, rivers, and lakes. I know a political map shows me countries, states, and their cities. This one, I'm going to look at it. I see Rocky Mountains, physical map. I see the Great Lakes, like Lake Michigan, physical map. I'm sorry, physical map. I also see the Great Plains, physical map. I also, if I look carefully, see the Mississippi River right here, physical map. Here's the catch though. I also see Canada, Mexico, United States, countries, physical map. Sorry, political map. I see states like Texas, Kansas, and Nebraska, political map. I see cities like Oklahoma City and St. Louis and Cleveland, political map. So, what type of map is this? Well, because it shows both political and physical features, it's going to be both physical and political. 3 major mountain ranges. You have the Rocky Mountains, you have the Sierra Nevadas, and you have the Appalachian Mountains. I'm going to say Cascade Range is technically wrong because it is smaller fonts than the other 3 mountains. Okay? What ocean? So this question, I put a red bar through it, so you can just put an X through it, or with your pencil draw a line through it. What ocean is the west of the Pacific Ocean? That question doesn't make any sense. So let's put an X through it. I made a mistake. What country is the south of the United States? That's going to be Mexico, United States. Never eat soggy waffles. Soggy South Mexico. Name 1 islands. So there are a lot of islands. So you could have said Hawaii. You could have said Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Haiti. You could have said Puerto Rico. You could have said the Bahamas. Any of those are fine. Anything in the Caribbean Sea is fine. Name 1 plain. The plain is the Great Plains. Name 1 island. You could say the Florida Peninsula, or you could have said the Yucatan Peninsula. True or false? Alaska is south of Mexico. So that is going to be false. Okay, that's going to be false. Why? Well, remember, Alaska is not attached to the rest of the states. Okay, it's attached to Canada. So in order to fit Alaska on a map of the United States, we have to cut it off and put it down in the corner. Okay, it's not really there. It's really far north, but it wouldn't fit otherwise. Same thing with Hawaii. Hawaii is much farther west and south than right here. Okay. Alaska is north of Canada, so it wouldn't fit on this map. So they put an insert at the bottom. Fix your answers. Once you fix your answers, add up your points. Let's count how many questions there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So put out of 9, how many you got right? Okay. When you're done, turn the page. Remember, you can always press pause. All right. Geographic sizes. So place the following in the order from biggest to smallest. So we're going to start with the biggest. That, of course, is the world. Okay. Example, there's only one example, Earth. This is just like your foldable. So next, you're going to have hemisphere. You could have said northern, southern, eastern, or western. Continent. So we know there's 7 continents. You can put any one of them. Put South America. You can choose any one. If you have more than one, awesome. Okay, continent, then country. You can put USA, you can put Mexico, you can put any country you know. Just make sure it's not a state or a continent. State. Ohio, New Mexico, California. Anything from our 50-state challenge would do fine. Region of states. We didn't really go over this, so if you got this one wrong, oops, actually this is in the wrong order. So region of states is going to be before states. So I apologize. Go back and fix it. Region of states. So for example, we have the Midwest. We have the East, the Southwest. Those are regions. Then state, and then city. Cleveland, Cincinnati, Columbus, New York, Los Angeles, whatever you want. Study this. You will have a question like this on your test. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Add up. How much you get out of 14? Turn the page when you have the correct answers. Lines of latitude and longitude cheat sheet. So, no, you won't be able to use this on the test, but here is your cheat sheet. Okay. You should love this thing because I gave you all the answers for it. Make sure you know where the Arctic Circle is. Make sure you know where the Tropic of Cancer is. Equator, Tropic of Capricorn, Antarctic Circle, and finally the Prime Meridian. Okay. Turn the page. You may study this for a few minutes, and then you can turn the page. Okay, let me go over your homework. So first of all, I have the wrong homework number. So let's go ahead and put a big old X through that. Okay. And I can't actually remember right now what homework number it is. Just make sure you know it's not 27. Okay. And this is due Monday. Make sure you read this. Oops, and your parent reads this. Next Tuesday is your unit test. This is the largest grade you've had this year. Review today's packet to ensure you are prepared. Okay? So now you're done with your packet and you checked all your answers. So the next step is to get onto Quizlet.com. So go ahead and go to QUIZLET, just like this, .com. Remember to pause this video if you ever get lost. Okay. If you are browsed as a guest, you're going to need to click sign up. I'll come back to you. If you are signed in with Google, you should be able to click this Google sign in button. Click on your account. Click allow. Now it's going to ask you your birthday. Listen carefully. You're going to mess this up. Oh, by the way, if you already have an account, you shouldn't have to do this step. A couple of you made an account last week. Enter your birthday. For year, though, do not put your actual year of birth. Why? It's going to mess it up. Just put the year 1987. It's going to give you a username. Keep that username. Don't change it. You are not a teacher. Create account. Now it's going to ask you, it's going to say, welcome to Quizlet. Add superpowers to your account. Or continue free. We like free. Click free. Click free. Now, search Quizlet. And you are going to search my name. DeWine. Then you're going to add the number 2015. Click search. Now it's going to go to users. If you want to click over here to one class. Okay. Click on my name. Request to join class. And it's going to say you have requested. Now, just because you haven't been accepted doesn't mean you can't do things. So then down here, it's going to show you different Quizlet sets that I've created or assigned to you. Okay, you can click on any of these. So let's just start with types of. Let's start with continents, oceans, equators, and prime meridian. You can just watch this. You don't have to do it with me yet. You don't have to be on Quizlet right now. You can just watch the video. So your screen should look like this. So I can go to flashcards, and it's going to say North. It's going to show you a flashcard, right? In North America. I can click on it, and it's going to say the word North America. Or I can click on the white, or click to flip, and it's going to show me where North America is. Okay. I go through all of them. If you don't know, if you don't understand where one is, like, oh shit, I always forget what the Atlantic Ocean is, click this star. You can study it separately. Okay. Then all your starred ones, you can go up here to 3-star terms and only study the ones that you don't know. Once you study a little bit, then you can go to learn. So it's going to show you a world map with an X. So I know that's Asia, so I just write Asia and click answer. That's correct. Press any key, continue. So Europe. Now let's say you misspell Europe. You click answer. Okay, you have to spell it right. So you can also only do this if you actually got it right. You can click override, I was right. Okay, Australia. Now, again, I get this one wrong. I think that's South America. Answer, that's wrong. If you didn't get it right, just press any key to continue. And over here, it's going to tell you how many you got right and how many you got incorrect and how many remaining. Once you have done learn, if you want, you can do speller. And that's just practicing spelling. Okay, type what you hear. Test, it's just going to test you. And then the fun stuff is scatter, right? So, or is the game. So scatter is awesome game. So now I have to pull these to the right one. So, right, so this is the Atlantic Ocean. So I pulled it there. Boom, now it disappears. Prime meridian, here's the prime meridian. Boom, disappears. Tropic of Cancer. Pacific Ocean. What is Pacific Ocean? I can't find it. Ah, there it is. Europe. Africa. Indian Ocean. Antarctica. Took me 27 seconds. Then it's going to give you a high score. So I have the 19th highest score of anyone who's ever played that. You can also do race. So on race, a picture or a definition to come across the screen, I have to enter what it is. Okay, I enter the word, I press enter. Boom. Oh no, that was wrong. So now I got that one wrong. So it's going to make me copy my answer. Okay. So that's Quizlet in a nutshell. So I did say I would, if you're browsing as guest, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to click, so let me sign up first. You're going to click sign up. You're going to create a username. You are going to create a email. So I'm going to make up an email. So just put everybody. So if you don't have a ePrep account, just enter this email, 1@1.com. Make up a password. So your password is going to be woodlands1. And then sign up. Okay, so that is our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Theo's going to say bye. Say bye, Theo. And I will see you